Good evening, viewers and listeners. I'm Muhammad Mansour Mashoud. Safalma news in brief. President of the Senate Ahmed Lawan has canvassed a review of curriculum in the colleges of education to attract more enrollment. He made the call at a meeting with the committee of chairmen of federal colleges of education with challenges of industrial conflict in tertiary institutions. This engagement is seen as one important one. The focal point here is where the President of the Senate was on the urgent need to return students to school as he urged relevant authorities to reconsider the review of the curriculum in tertiary education to attract more acceptance. The committee agrees with the idea and also sought the amendment of the Federal Colleges of Education Establishment Act.
If we have to reverse the present trend, it means we have to review even what we teach in most of our institutions. Similarly, our polytechnics, maybe some of the things they do these days, I think maybe it requires that the legislature should look into it. A polytechnic will now be given certificate in education, in everything. Usurping some of the functions of the colleges of education.
House of Representatives is set to amend the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board Act with the proposal of 4 years as period validity for candidates to use the result for admission. Report indicated that the bill has already passed the second reading during the plenary. The bill seeking for the amendment of JAMB Act was strong as House members during the debate expressed strong disapproval of the current practice where candidates, despite the cut-off marks, were unable to obtain admission are compelled against it for the same exams. The House also urged JAMB to organize mock exams for candidates whose participation in the 2022/2023 exam was marred by technical glitches. Other bills that passed second reading include Bill to establish Nigeria Police Academy, Doko in Gombe State, sponsored by Aisha Doko; Bill to establish David Omahi Federal University, Ibero in Ebonyi State, sponsored by Chinedu Oga; and a bill to establish Federal Institute for Driving Technology in Esikbulu, Delta State, sponsored by Julius Pondi. The plenary also featured the adoption to investigate the recent prison break at Kuje Minimum Custodial Center, Abuja.
JAMB is valid for one entry, and if you don't get in, you repeat it again. It is totally unfair.
Should there be victims of the fact that we've not provided enough universities to have an intake of every child that has passed?
Those who have now obtained the minimum be now allowed to be used in the next examination. Our poor parents that suffer to pay for these children should also be looked into.
Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Folashade Emi has been speaking on the activities of our office, especially in the reforms of the civil service aimed at improving services to the nation and helping the government in the execution of its laudable programs. Yemi Eson at the 44th session of the State House briefing said the plan is aimed at revolving upward skilled, motivated, designed, innovative, performance and merit-oriented civil servants, and also expected to change the negative perception in the Nigeria civil service towards effective driven of the Nigeria's socio-economic development. She pointed out that the reforms carried out are to save 200 billion naira annually for the country. On the interrogated personnel and payroll information, she explains that the system is to sanitizing the payment system, adding that 61,446 officers from ministries, departments and agencies have been verified. She also speaks on the 6 pillars upon which those plans are built.
We're working with the Bank of Agric, the Federal Ministry of Agric, Water Resources, CPN, to ensure that the civil servants take farming seriously.
In an effort to give quality medical care to military personnel, especially those at the front lines in fighting the insurgents, 4 health facilities under the Ministry of Defense are to be upgraded. The action, according to report, is in line with presidential directive to reform the military in all aspects. It will be recalled that Nigeria is comfortably emerging and dynamic security challenges in different parts of the country, with the military involved in internal security operations. A quest to suppress this stress requires a highly motivated military. However, immediate reforms in the Ministry of Defense has taken up, commencing in the health sector.
The essence is to review the state of our facilities, medical personnel, inadequate equipment, and the parallel health care delivery services with a view to upgrading our facilities, recruiting more personnel, and to boost the morale of the armed forces and the civilians alike.
We are focusing on operational efficiency in order for us to reposition the armed forces health facilities for optimal performance and operational efficiency.
And for us that we can engage
To the Chief of Defense Staff.
Over 8,000 voters' cards are lying idle at Katsina Local Government Independent and National Electoral Commission INEC office. According to the findings of our team of reporters who visited INEC office in the local government area, discovered that the cards are ready but not collected since 2021 when the continuing voter registration started. Some of the people interviewed expressed satisfaction with the efforts of INEC officials that display professionalism in the conduct of their work. One Malam Aminu Saadu pointed out that the exercise has received enough publicity. However, some people are reluctant to participate in the registration exercise, while those who registered refuse to collect their cards. Other people interviewed during the visit have registered their views.
Yanzu mutanen nan sun anshe mu hannu biyu sun karrama mu ba tare da wani ya ji haushi ba. Mun yi katin nan kuma za mu koma gida.
The minority leader of the Senate, Senator Philip Aduda, says the People's Democratic Party caucus in the Senate will embark on reconciliatory engagement as it has resolved to meet agreed members. He said the caucus resolved to meet the PDP presidential candidate and his vice presidential candidate of the party to achieve cohesion and total peace in the party. The caucus noted that the party needs unity and cohesion ahead of the 2023 general elections.
The PDP caucus of the Senate resolved to meet the presidential candidate of our party and his vice presidential candidate, the running mate, to achieve cohesion and total peace in our party.
That ends Safalma News in brief. Thanks for staying with us.